Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is January the 19th, 2020. Strong hand, long-term thinking, golden age 2020s. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Halving hype. Oh, we're going to talk about that. Apex predator, value your wealth in Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Offended by selling. I'm also offended when people send their Bitcoin to gold people, only for those gold people to lose it and make a big deal out of it on Twitter, and then everyone make a big drama on it about it on a Sunday because they have nothing better to do. Pound that like button. Conviction. All right. Hello, my elite friends. We're going to talk about the latest crypto noise today. Remember, if you have a question, type in Bitcoin Meister, or you can do a super chat. You have a new show here every day. Saturday, yesterday was Beyond Bitcoin, and Friday was the This Week at Bitcoin show. Gabriel from Venezuela gave us some inside information about Venezuela and the Petro. Must watch, must listen to video. Ed was on also. Who else was on? It was B Gold. Ed is his formal name there, right? I forgot who else was my third guest. It was I should know. Hass McCook, of course. All right, in Australia. So let's talk about the halving a little bit here, real quick. I mentioned, and I believe I even mentioned it on the This Week in Bitcoin show, that the halving can be used as a marketing event. It's going to wake a lot of people up, and that's why it isn't priced in, because the marketing hasn't exactly started yet. But you can start that halving hype. Use that hashtag. We'll talk about that in a second. But Tuur de Meester is on the same wavelength that I am here. He says, in my opinion, people who believe the halving is already priced in don't take into account that the vast majority of investors are now completely apathetic about Bitcoin. The halving buzz, halving hype, will be news in that it'll remind the public that Bitcoin is very much not dead. I like that train of thought there. You're absolutely right. Most people now, the 80%ers, didn't Bitcoin get hacked? Isn't it dead? And then they'll hear about this halving. Oh, wait, it's not dead. Oh, I should get back into it. Pile in. It's not priced in yet, dudes. All right. Strong hand 2024, people. Yeah, we're already in 2020, so I got to get you ready for 2024, all you newbies out there. All right, let's talk about Peter Schiff, the Goldie, the golden oldie, Goldie oldie. He's not a golden holder because he can't keep a hold of his Bitcoin, apparently. The Bitcoin that all of you gave him for free. Who's the sucker, him or you? The people that gave him the Bitcoin for free. You know who the sucker is. It hurts, doesn't it? That if you gave him Bitcoin, you're nothing but a sucker. Sucker MCs. All right, so here's a summation of what happened by Eric Lombroso. I retweeted this one. I lost my keys in a publicity stunt accident. Please send attention and sympathies immediately, lest I fade into irrelevance. Now, did he lose his Bitcoin on purpose? I don't think he did. But did he everything he's done around Bitcoin is a publicity stunt. How he had a debate with Shapeshift guy, Voorhees, how he got Voorhees to set him up a wallet, how he got people to send him free Bitcoin, how he argues with people. It's a way to promote his business. He might have taken it a little bit too far here, because Peter Schiff runs a business where he's supposed to protect people's wealth, okay? They give him money, and they expect him to make money off of their money and not to lose their money. Well, he's just publicizing how he lost his own money that you gave him for free, the Bitcoin. So I don't know if people actually like take a minute and think, like people that are kind of on the fence that maybe have money with Schiff now, but also like Bitcoin, they'll be like, what? They should think like, why do I let this guy control some of my wealth if he can't even control his own Bitcoin? properly. So, but yeah, who knows? He's getting free publicity out of it, which I'm sure he's loving. He's staying relevant. And this is Brad Mills says the following. Brad Mills, he's been on the show before. Best guest in the freaking space. I bring you here every Friday. Pound that like button. Peter Schiff. Expert level trolling, he says. Schiff suckers in eager Bitcoiners to send him free Bitcoin who are hoping to convert him from a gold bug. Schiff plans a media stunt to lose the Bitcoin. He gets tons of press for losing Bitcoin that he didn't even have to buy. Textbook viral marketing. Maybe that was it. Who knows? But again, even if he didn't mean to lose it, he is definitely doing the other things there. He's getting a lot of attention from this, and he likes that. So personally, the simple thing is he didn't write down his recovery seed, okay? That's all you have to do. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. Basically, you don't let Eric Voorhees set up a wallet for you without writing down your recovery seed. Don't blindly let someone set up your Bitcoin wallet. It's as simple as that. He did that, but he didn't really care because in the long run, he knew he'd be able to milk it for whatever he needed it to. He has no interest in Bitcoin. He has interest in getting attention for his gold business. And so when I woke up this morning, or when I turned on the computer this morning, at least, 3 people had already contacted me about this shift, crypto noise, and it is just crypto noise. But I'm going to make it more than noise because we're going to have to get something valuable out of this first of all. But all these people are sending me stuff. They can't even. They're like, oh, look at this, look at this. No one can tell me like what wallet was he using, what exactly happened. They're just like, oh, he lost. Look, he's so stupid. He lost his Bitcoin. Haha. I mean, I don't care about that. I was interested in what wallet, but eventually that came out. But Matt Odell did a good job responding. He said, which wallet? Most provide a phrase of random words that you can restore your wallet if you lose your phone or password. Did you write those down somewhere? Now, again, all the initial reactions to Peter Schiff's tweet were like, you're a sucker, they cursed him, you gold bug, blah, blah, blah. Matt Odell, I think that was a good response right there, just like trying to get to the bottom of the issue. But I think Schiff wanted the reactions that he was getting. He didn't want that, a logical, calm reaction like that. But eventually it came out. It was a blockchain.info wallet, and he didn't write down his recovery seed, apparently. He just stored the password on his phone or something like that. I don't know. So here's the lessons from all this. You don't send your precious Bitcoin to anyone to try to convert them, okay? Because maybe they'll just lose your Bitcoin, like this dude did, okay? Everyone who cares so much about Peter Schiff being converted, this is what you get, okay? So there's that's one lesson. The other lesson is write down your recovery seed, okay? Wherever you're playing with Bitcoin, be it on your Trezor, if you're silly, if you're doing it on a phone, which I don't recommend at all, write down your recovery seed. Just write down your freaking recovery seed. So let's get something positive out of all this and tell other people to do the same thing and say, hey, there's this really rich guy in Puerto Rico who sells gold. He didn't even write down his recovery seed. So people make that mistake. Don't make that mistake. And it's just amazing. He is a wealthy man, and people were sending him free Bitcoin. This is for nothing, to try to make him be their friend. Oh my God. So Udi in Tel Aviv has a tweet about BSV, and I brought this up recently. He said, it won't be long now. Time to call it. We could probably expect a hard fork that allocates early unclaimed BSV to Satoshi to be announced pretty soon. Let's say by the end of Q2, maybe sooner. So as I said last week, someone tweeted out something similar that probably the big goal here of Satoshi is to get all the BSV suckers to give the BSV Satoshi coins to him because, he's really Satoshi. And then he'll like exit scam or something like that. He says, hope your bags are ready for this. Yeah, whatever. Cult members' bags are never ready, okay? They just drink the Kool-Aid. But there's a good question here. If they do a BSV fork to give fake Toshi the Satoshi BSV coins, if they do that, will there be some followers that wake up at that point and continue the old BSV chain and say, wait a second. We can't give you 1 million. We can't just give you 1 million coins. We can't give you $200 million worth of wealth and that you're just going to sell. You could sell immediately and bring our wealth down to nothing. We can't do that. We're gonna continue this old chain. You fork off and you do bailout fake Toshi BSV, and we'll do the real BSV. So that'll be a very interesting test of blind worship. How many of the BSVers really blindly worship the dude, and how many don't? You'll be able to tell if any of them actually continue the old BSV chain, the original BSV chain, which forked from Bcash. Okay, for all those BSV zombies that are like, we have the real Bitcoin. No, you have a fork of Bcash. I mean, how can you even? I mean, think logically. Well, no, they don't think logically. You have a fork of Bcash called BSV. All right, a crypto dividend of Bcash called BSV. Now, most likely, the fake Toshi will command everyone for there to be another fork so he can get his coins. Let's see if that actually happens. How many continue the BSV chain, the unmolested BSV chain? We shall see. It'll be a great test in blind worship of these wacko figureheads in the crypto space. But this is where the big boys play. Liars can come here. There are plenty of liars here. And if you're going to be a 10%er, one of the 10%ers that believe anything that anyone tells you, then hey, you're going to learn the hard way when that happens. All right. Remember, questions, type in Bitcoin Meister. I just see I see people posting stuff in there. Someone spelled out something funny in there. All right. The Seattle Times has an article. I think it might be from the Washington Post originally. I'm not even sure about this. Actually, it might be from the Seattle Times originally. There's an old man in, I guess, Washington State, and he's going senile, and he's kind of paranoid, and he didn't like keeping his money in banks. He had his life savings in cash, $82,373 worth, that he gave to his daughter to put into a bank for her, I guess, but she didn't have time to do it before she got on an airplane. So she carried on $82,000 in cash onto an airplane. And sure enough, the TSA saw it and they told on her to the DEA. And DEA took her money, took their money, the family's $82,000 in cash, and they still haven't given it back to her. Every dollar Terry Rowland had saved over a lifetime was stacked in a large Tupperware container. Brown and Rowland, that's the daughter and the father, filed a federal class action lawsuit Wednesday against the DEA, Transportation Security Administration, and agency officials, claiming the agencies violate the Constitution's ban on all unlawful search and seizure by taking cash from travelers without probable cause. The lawsuit claims the only criteria the DEA had for seizing cash is if it finds amounts greater than $5,000. Now that's disturbing on itself. That like DEA sees you got more than $5,000, we're just going to take it to you and never give it back to you. The lesson here is don't value your wealth in cash. Put it into Bitcoin. They can't take that. They can't take your Bitcoin. Okay, and it's this is part of the war on cash. You're a criminal if you have cash, even in the United States. The DEA actually called her father to confirm the story that she said, and because he's senile or going senile, he only he couldn't confirm all of it. He's confused. He's a confused old man. So they're like, oh, we're keeping your money. Isn't that funny? They could never do that with the Bitcoin. This is a lesson. Don't it's interesting if you've stored some cash underneath your mattress, but first of all, that cash is meant to be if you're keeping it in cash, the United States doesn't lie to you. They want you to spend it. They keep on printing more and more of it. It's not a storage mechanism in the first place. And if some law enforcement agency catches you with like $5,000 worth of it, well, it's not yours anymore, apparently. So there's a little lesson. Check out that link below. A very sad story indeed. I hope they win the lawsuit. I hope they get their money back. That's all I can say. They should get. It's their money. It's their money. It's ridiculous the government can just steal like that. So remember that. That's why you have Bitcoin. That's why you control your own private key. And okay. And if you do have a bunch of cash, even if you're going on a domestic flight, yeah, don't do it. Don't bring it in that backpack of yours or whatever, in a Tupperware container. Having hype, I link to a Twitter link that shows all the people using the having hype hashtag right now. So that's a pretty interesting read. Thank you for the people who have started to use it. People are going to check you out right now. So use that hashtag having hype, and I'll link to that again in the future. And all the people that check out that link can see who you are, that you want to spread the word about the halving, and you know that it's not priced in yet, just like Tuur de Meester said above. Earlier in this broadcast, I quoted him. Okay, Coinmarketcap has a 2019 report. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Coinmarketcap in the world. Some of it's a pretty generic report. Some of it, they basically admit that Bitcoin is the king. That's great. I found some of it to be some very unique information that they only could provide. And it shows that there's a lot of 80%er impulsive people that diversify for the sake of diversification running to that site. They say, bonus insight, despite Bitcoin's stellar performance in the aspects above, people were still very interested in other crypto assets. 93% of total views across 4,000 coin pages on CoinMarketCap were still of other crypto assets. So again, 93% of all the views on their site had to deal with altcoins. And people just looking to diversify for the sake of diversification there. Hey, that's their business. People are bored with Bitcoin. They can only look impulsive people are bored with Bitcoin. So they got to look at the other pages on CoinMarketCap. And it's you go down the drain from there. And let's talk about that. Users turn to CoinMarketCap whenever there is a big move in prices. As it turned out, web traffic on CoinMarketCap had a correlation of 73.28% to Bitcoin volatility. Now that's very interesting too. Whenever Bitcoin goes up or down by a lot, people flock to CoinMarketCap. That's an interesting stat. And this is what I was referring. Here's another thing. More Asian countries ranked in CoinMarketCap's top 25 user geographies, with China moving to number 13 and Malaysia as a new entrant at number 23. You guys can all check out the top 25 countries. I found that to be very interesting. And not surprisingly, the top 4, going off my memory, are United States, Britain, Germany, then Netherlands, or Netherlands and Germany. I think it's Germany and Netherlands. Okay, here's the thing I wanted to say. The 4th and 5th place for most viewed crypto asset pages change hands quite regularly from quarter to quarter, mainly among, and I'm going to vomit when I say these things, Chainlink, Tron, BitTorrent, Litecoin, and VeChain. So other than Litecoin there, the other ones that were incredibly viewed pages at times, large numbers of people were viewing these wacky third tier and worse type of coins. Again, shows how bored many people are in the space and that look at the CoinMarketCap page. So, I mean, if you are an altcoin and you want to be pumped, yeah, you want to be listed on that CoinMarket first page, definitely. The CoinMarketCap first page, because there are a lot of 80% or impulsive people who want to buy Chainlink and Tron and VeChain there. And that's like the lowest of the low, basically. All right, in terms of 80% impulsivity, And two last things here. Let me see if anybody had anything. No one has any questions today. Okay, good. This is from the Winklevoss brothers at Gemini. We just launched Nakamoto Ltd, a captive insurance company licensed in Bermuda. Custody now has the most insurance coverage. Gemini Custody now has the most insurance coverage of any crypto custodian in the world. Okay, let me give them credit for coming up with crypto insurance, custodial insurance. If you're going to give your precious Bitcoin to a third party, let them have insurance, let that industry grow, let crypto insurance mature. A lot of people will enter the space because there's going to be crypto insurance. A lot of these big organizations don't feel comfortable they don't feel comfortable controlling their own private key, so they have to let other people do it for them, and they need insurance. So, hey, okay, you institutional type of investors, if you need this, good for Gemini for doing it, okay? It's not my cup of tea, but I understand that it's a big space, and there are going to be a lot of different corners of it that some are very mainstream, and some encourage you to not hold your private key, but hey, deal with it. They exist. But hey, they call this Nakamoto Insurance, Nakamoto Ltd. All right. So are they allowed to use the word Nakamoto? Is anyone spazzing out about that? All right. I have no problem with them using that name at all. No one owns the name. I said that before when there was another controversy, but no one's going wild on them for this yet. Who knows? It's a waste of time to even worry about it. Finally, my buddy, Bitcoin to the Moon, who I see in the chat right now, he wrote a little article about when he met me in Australia. It is linked to below. He calls it a morning with the Bitcoin Meister. Thanks a lot. He put a picture of me up there. I don't exactly like the picture of me. I'm a much more beautiful man in person, but whatever. Not all pictures are that flattering, so you deal with it. But thank you, dude, thank you for the article, and keep on doing what you're doing over there. Check out his link. Get his shirts. It's all below. All right. I'm Adam Meister, and keep spreading the word in Australia. I love my Australians. I think it's daytime there, isn't it? It's the morning. It's early in the morning. No, it's afternoon there. No, it's 6:30 at night there. Pound that like button. I can do that math. You Sydney people and you Melbourne people, because he's in Melbourne. All right, dudes, have a fun time. Thanks a lot. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the links below. Look at that beautiful teal colored Bitcoin shirt, Florida Marlins, 1993, right? All right, I'll see you, or Miami Dolphins currently. I will see you guys tomorrow because we got a new show every day. And yeah, I'm going to wash this mop right now here at, it's 12:40 at night in lovely El Paso, Texas. But I'll say hi to you guys in chat. Bye-bye, thanks.